Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to MorganicK. Thank you for tuning into this new channel of mine, this new journey of mine. I am so very excited. On this channel, you will expect to see plant-based, plant-centered, vegan recipes, food tasting, ideas that you can bring into your household. The main reason why I started this channel and separated it from my MorganicK's channel is because I want to make my people knowledgeable of how much our diet affects our mood. Hence my slogan, good mood food. As it's known, our stomach is our second brain. And so I kind of want to bring some recipes to Black families, Black households who don't normally see things like this in their kitchen. We practice a westernized diet for years. I mean, we've been assimilated in so many different aspects. And I think the timing is almost essential. I honestly love this plant-based journey because it's so fun to veganize things that are not vegan. The things that we normally are used to, I don't want to take those things away. I want to just revamp them for people so that they know exactly how they can continue living a life that they've known so long, but a healthier way. And so that's really kind of what I'm here for. So I just wanted to give you guys some meals that you guys can bring to your barbecue that you guys will have on Juneteenth. So let's get it. You know, there's always some chips and dip. No matter where you're going, no matter what type of crowd you're at, there's gonna be some chips and dip. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own chips and dip, and we are going to make spinach and artichoke dip. I love spinach and artichokes. So that's what we're gonna do. But forewarning, this is a cashew based recipe. So if you do have a nut allergy, probably won't do this one. You might have to skip out on this, but yes. So let's go. So here you see me soaking some cashews, and these are raw unroasted cashews in some hot boiling water. You want to set this aside while you prep everything else. If you have a high-speed blender, you can skip this step and just put the cashews right into your blender. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a half a cup of coconut cream, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon onion powder, half a cup of vegan mayonnaise, and 3/4 cups of nutritional yeast, and you're just gonna blend that all together. So this is going to be the type of consistency that you're going to be looking for with your cashew mixture. The next step is to go ahead and heat a skillet and put some oil. I love to use grapeseed oil, but you can use whatever oil you prefer. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and saute some onion. Then you're gonna add some black pepper, some pink Himalayan salt or regular salt, sea salt, however you like. And then I'm gonna add some seasoned salt. And then I'm gonna add some garlic as well. And then you're just gonna saute the onions until it gets transparent. Now you're gonna separate half of your onions, one into a bowl, and then you're gonna leave the rest in the pot. And then you're gonna transfer the onions you put into the bowl into the blender with your cashew mix and blend that all together. So now you're going to add your artichoke hearts to the pan with the leftover onions, and you're going to saute that. Make sure you put some of the juice that's in the artichoke hearts can because it will give it a little bit more flavor. And then you're going to add some frozen spinach. You can also use fresh spinach, however you'd like. And now we're gonna add our mixture to a casserole dish, and then add the cashew mixture on top of the spinach mixture and just mix it all together. And then you're going to add it to your oven at 375 for about 15 minutes. I did a little bit more just to get like the browning on the sides, and voila, you got your spinach and artichoke dip, boo. This recipe was adapted from lovingitvegan.com. Alright, so now to our main dish. You can do like black bean burgers, but I kind of was like, let's switch it up and let's make a chicken sandwich. So this is my absolute fave chicken substitute. It's not soy based, it's actually vital wheat gluten. And so it basically, vital wheat gluten is what seitan is made out of. It is a little complicated, but if you do this the night before your party, you'll be a-okay. Just put them in the oven to warm them up, or the microwave if you're not against that, and you will be good to go. So I already added 1 cup of the vital wheat gluten, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and then you're gonna add Himalayan salt, any poultry seasoning you have in your cabinet, and you're gonna add a half a teaspoon of that, and then you're gonna just whisk that all together. Okay, so now that you have your dry ingredients in one bowl, you're going to now work on your wet ingredients. And so to the bowl, you're gonna add 3/4 cups of vegetable broth. I like to use the bouillon cubes because it just lasts longer. The shelf life of vegetable broth in the box is a lot shorter than the bouillon cubes. So I just boil some water, mix it up until you get vegetable broth, and then I separate 3/4 cups of it and add it to my bowl. Okay, and now you're gonna add some tahini to the vegetable broth. And with tahini, the oil separates from the actual mixture, so you just want to make sure you mix it up before you add it to your mixture. And you're going to add 2 tablespoons of the tahini and whisk that together with your vegetable broth. Please pardon this slight interruption. So if you guys want to know where I got my fear is a liar shirt, because yes, fear is a liar. If we operate out of love instead of fear, there's so much that we can conquer. I want to give a shout out to Selite Customs. So it is a black owned business, and you know I am always here for sharing black owned businesses so that we can continue to support our own. I'll put his info below. He has a lot of different shirts that do have bold statements just as this. A percentage of your purchase will go to families that have been impacted by COVID-19. I will link his information below, and yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so now we're gonna add our wet to our dry, and now we're going to start making our seitan. And basically it's going to get really stiff, and you're just going to keep mixing until both mixtures join together just like this. And you're going to now knead your mixture until it's kind of like an elastic texture. This is what you want. So now it's time to start making our patties. So you're just gonna pull from the mixture and start forming a patty, making it a shape that you would like. But just keep in mind that these do grow in size, so make them a little bit smaller than what you actually would like them to be at the end. And now you're going to take some of the vegetable broth that you had left over and pour it over your chicken patties. Make sure you put enough to cover the very top of your chicken patties so that when it is in the oven it boils out, but not too much. Okay, so now we're gonna make our marinade, and you're just gonna need some pickle juice, and you're going to put it in a plastic bag, season with some cayenne pepper. Now this depends on how spicy you would like it, and set that to the side. You're gonna check on your chicken patties. You're gonna flip them halfway through in the oven and keep them going. Now we're going to make our breading. You're going to need 2 cups of flour, 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, yes, powdered sugar, 3 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 1 tablespoon cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon Himalayan salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder. For your wet, you're going to need something that's going to bind your ingredients. So you could use chia seeds, but I wouldn't recommend that. I use flax seeds for my binder. And basically, I use 1 tablespoon of flaxseed to 2 tablespoons of water to make 1 egg, so to speak. And so basically, you're going to need 5 eggs worth of egg replacer. So now that our chicken patties are finished, we're going to set them on a rack to cool before we can start breading them. So now that we set our flaxseed and our water, aka our egg, to the side, it got a little gelatinous. Is that the word? We're gonna go with that one. And now we're gonna add some almond milk to the mixture. And then I didn't show this on camera, and I'm sorry, but basically after the patties cooled down, I put them in the bag that we set aside and let that sit for a little bit because I was a little impatient. And now we are going to start breading. So I added the almond milk to the flaxseed, and I'm just gonna whisk that together. And then we're gonna start breading our patties. So you're going to need 1 hand for the dry ingredients and 1 hand for the wet, so that it is a little less sloppy. And once you finish breading all your patties, now you're gonna go to your stove top and get to the exciting part. So you're just gonna put some oil in a pot. Make sure it's like a deep oven pot, or if you have a deep fryer, then you should put that to use. But if you don't, you could just put enough oil in a deep pot and start frying them. This is our final result. So look at our chicken patties. Yes, they look real, but the fact of the matter is they taste really good. Okay, and so now we're gonna make our special sauce, and this is pretty simple. So you're just gonna need some vegan mayo, and this is my favorite brand, the Follow Your Heart brand, the Veganese. And I don't really have any measurements, but yeah, just kind of follow along. Ketchup, vegan Worcestershire sauce. Don't ask me to say it again. I ain't saying it again. Worcestershire sauce. Then you're gonna add some relish, some yellow mustard, some chopped up onions, some sea salt or Himalayan pink salt, a little bit of maple syrup, and mix that all together. Oh, I need some more ketchup. And you mix that all together, and boom, you taste that, and ooh, it's good. This recipe was adapted from theedgyveg.com. Alright, so you know we need some sides. And your girl loves some potato salad. I love some potato salad, you know what I'm saying? So this right here, this recipe, I honestly think I can bottle and sell because it's so freaking good. Just the potatoes, the celery, I love potato salad and I hope you do too because wow. Yes, I'm so happy I found a vegan potato salad recipe that literally fulfills all my needs and wants inside of a potato salad. Okay, first you're gonna start out with some potatoes cut in 4s, and I like to use the red potatoes, but you can use any potato you like. And then you're just going to salt some water and then have that boil, but not for too long, just until it's a little tender. And then you're gonna take it off the stove top and let it cool. After you let it cool, you're just gonna add it to a bowl, and then you start adding your ingredients. So you need celery, onions, veganese, mustard, I like to add a little bit of Dijon mustard as well. Some sweet relish, pink salt, black pepper, a little bit of sugar, and then you're just gonna mash that all together. Then you can top with some paprika for the aesthetics, because honestly, truthfully, does paprika ever have a taste? Alright, last but not least, you gotta have some dessert. Because you know there's gonna be cupcakes flying around, there's gonna be pound cake flying around, and you don't want to be looking crazy like, well, you can't eat any of this. But you can if you bring your own. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a bomb. Okay, let's emphasize bomb. Bread pudding. And it's a little bit of rum in there. Okay, maybe a little bit, a lot. But the rum tops it off. Okay, so we're gonna start making the pudding mixture. And basically you're going to need some plant-based milk, and I like to use the Chobani oat milk. 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of rum, you're gonna add some cinnamon powder, a splash of vanilla. Okay, 2 splashes. And then you're going to add your evaporated coconut milk, and this is the condensed, sorry, my Jamaican parents allowed me to say that for years, condensed milk, but the coconut based one. And then you're going to add that all together, whisk it. And then you're going to take some day-old bread, or however old you want it to be, but this is some French bread that I bought from Publix, my local supermarket, and you're just going to pour it all over the bread in a casserole dish, and you kind of want it to just saturate all pieces of the bread, and then it's going to form like a pudding-like mixture. This is what you want, and you just mix it up and make sure all your bread is saturated, and you're gonna put it in the oven. Okay, so now we're making our rum glaze, and basically this is just some maple syrup and rum, and you're gonna make this for when the bread pudding is finished, and you're just going to pour it over like you see me doing right here. Alright you guys, so we have reached the end of this video. I know this video was super long, but I kind of wanted to just give like a good start to our channel. I hope you guys will try these things at home, and if you do, I really would appreciate it if you guys go in the comment section and let me know. Be like, you know what girl, I tried that potato salad and you was right, you hyped it up real good. I thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and like, and also go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.